All right, so we're back. Now we're into question 38. We did question 37, how to reverse a string. And now we're on to question 38. Write a Java program to count letters, spaces, numbers, and other characters in an input string. So letters, spaces, and characters. Spaces is white space, which is in between. Numbers and letters, what they mean. Other characters are commas, dots, colons, question marks. This will be other. Anything that is not a space, a letter, or a number. Now, solving question 37, we looked at the different classes from Java that we use, specifically arrays. Why is this reloading? String class and character class. We'll go back to that. Now, this right here, I'll show you what this is. It's actually for question 39, so we'll do that later. But anyway, back to question 38. It says an input string, but I just decided to use the same string that they gave us an example. Okay, I could have used the scanner class to take an input string, but I decided to just use the very same so that I could give out the same answers as it posted on the questions. Okay, and so now going over the code, let me just hide this right here. Okay, so going over the code, question 38. I'm using the array class to form a character string, just like I did to resolve question 37. Character string is right here. That is the array of characters. Again, I use the two character array string method. Okay, which going back over here, here's the string class, and here's the method within the string class. Okay, it's one of their methods. Okay, two character array to convert a string to a new character array. So I deposited that the return of this method into this character string array. Okay, then I use int variables, digit, letter, space, and other to count how many of each one of those I was finding. Okay, and as you can see in lines 10, line 12, and line 14, I increase on line 16, I increase each one of those every time I come across one of those values. So a digit, that is a number, a letter, space, or other. Now, the way that I do that is I iterate here in question 9 with a for loop over the character string, okay, that was formed from this original string right here. And as I iterate over the character string array, okay, array of characters, then I check for the isDigit method to see if I find a digit or a number. And now this is part of the character class. And I pass for a value the index I at on character string. Right, so let's look at the these methods. It's letter, is digit, it's white space. If it's none of these, is other. So I use an if statement with combined with else if statement so that if it's any of those things, then whatever it is, the index at I on character string, then it becomes an other. So other is increased. So we go to the character class. And character class, if you go down to through the methods of the character class, here you can start finding the how do you what would you say this the evaluated methods, the checking methods. There's a word I'm looking for here, but I can't. It doesn't come out now. So you can see if an index or a character is alphabetic, a character at a specific index within a character array. Is it alphabetic? I actually used that in that, and then I changed it to be more specific. is defined. IsDigit, here's the one we're using, okay? IsDigit. Well, one of the forms of it anyway, right? And then where the other one is letter, see right here, one of the implementations is what I'm looking for. It has two implementations. We're using this implementation, passing character at index I, right? So is letter, character string is the array of characters, and the index I, what kind of character is in that index. Is it a letter, is it a digit, or is it a white space, right? The space in between, because even those are characters. And then going back, okay? It's letter or digit, okay? Determines if the special character is letter or digit. I think the return of that one is true or false. It's Boolean. Oh, here it is. Here's the Boolean. So it's a letter. This return Boolean values. Okay. Is digit Boolean values, yes or no, right? Okay, is white space is down here somewhere. Let's go down. The to string, we already know that, to character, that's a conversion. Here it is. Boolean is the white space. Okay, now these are conversions. It returns a character string. These are conversion methods and returns a string. Returns a string object representation of this character's value. So these are good to use. But anyway, these are the methods that I use of the character class in order to check the values and give the right answer. So as I find that IsDigit is true, then increase digit 1. If I find that IsLetter is true, then increase letter to 1. And this way I keep counts. Okay, because that's the challenge of the question. Okay. The program to count how many letter spaces and numbers and all this. So if it's not a white space, if it's not a letter or if it's not a digit, then I count it as other and I increase other. Once the for loop runs its course, which is the length of character, and I start decreasing it as opposed to increasing it, I just go from the top to the bottom, meaning I come from here all the way down here. Okay, from 3 to A, capital A. And then I print out the number, the letter, the space, and other. The string is the original string. Just as the output expected in the question, the output for mine is like this. Okay, so let's run it. Let's run the program. Let's run it. Let's see what comes up this. And let's bring it up. So letters is 23, space is 9, numbers are 10, and others are 6. Let's bring it down a little bit and compare that with the result with the question. So you can see it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So this is pretty good. Space here is missing a space in between, actually. Because I mistyped now. Let's correct it. See, you gotta have an eye when it comes to code. You gotta take everything into consideration. Okay. See, look at this. This is all wrong. Okay, because that one was wrong too. Okay. You gotta have an eye for those things. This is important because that can ruin the program. It definitely messes up the output. So now it all looks just like it's supposed to. All right, to question 39.